What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to 2026. Listen, before we get started, man, before I even talk about 2026, I gotta give a salute and some love to my man Ricky Wyatt, and I'm gonna talk about Ricky for a minute, just a quick minute here, man. Ricky was one of maybe the first 10 subscribers I ever had on YouTube. And let me give you some context about that. My first tutorial I posted in 2006. The channel is that old. And Ricky and I became fast friends because of our love of the bass, both Southern dudes and both big Prince fans. Ricky, let me tell you, man, I have met a lot of people through YouTube. I can't call all of them my friend, but I could call Ricky my friend. And through him, I got connected to a lot of dope people in the Prince community, in the bass community. But more than anything, man, like I said, Ricky was a kind dude. And all the years I knew him, I never heard him say a cross word about anybody. So it really hurt me to learn that he had gone and taken his place on the mothership. So I want to say rest in purple peace to my brother Ricky Wyatt. Ricky would pop up in these live streams from time to time. Ricky was family. So my condolences to his kids, his wife, his family, everybody that really knew and loved him a lot more than I ever could. But he will be missed 100%. Thank you for allowing me to give that shout out to my homie. Listen, if you are watching live, welcome. If you're watching a replay, welcome. Let me know where you're tapping in from. So let's talk about this bass thing, man. You know, I've said it for years, and I'm gonna keep saying it. If I had to start over again, right? If somebody would ask me, what would you do if you were starting bass over again? I would learn songs, man. I would learn songs. I would listen. Happy New Year, Orange Juice. Happy New Year, Tiny. FIM Performance. Happy New Year. Thank you for the condolences. Listen, man. I was just reading a Facebook post from some other road warriors out here in New Orleans. And some of these, man, look, some of the dopest bass players I know, me personally, they may not be the most heady, but they play their asses off. You understand what I'm saying? So what I would do again, I would learn songs. I would listen. Then I would gravitate towards the things that move me. Okay, that's how I learned how to play bass. I'm not saying that it stops there. I'm saying that it starts there. You understand what I'm saying? It starts there. The first thing I learned that was technical was how to tune it, right? Like back in the day, we didn't have pedal tuners and headstock tuners or tuners on our phone. We had those pitch pipes. I remember I had a pitch pipe, and I had one of those pitchforks where you hit it, and then you tune a string, and then you tune the rest of the bass to itself. Now, you old heads in the comments section, I want you to put OG in the comment section because you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So what I did was learn, when I understood what the bass sounded like in tune, I went after the music that I loved. All right. And there's a point to this. We didn't have YouTube when I was coming up. And that was not necessarily a bad thing. That was mostly a good thing because we didn't have the tyranny of choice. All right. Some of y'all watching the same information over and over and over again and not putting it into action. Right. At some point, the time for watching is over. You got to do something. Right. And I'm a YouTuber, right? You know how many videos that I've watched over the years about, well, this is how you do your thumbnails, and this is how you do to this, and this is how you do to that. And after a while, you realize all the people are saying the same shit. You know what I mean? When you gonna do something, right? So that's what I would do. I'd learn as many songs as I could. I would make a list. This month, this is January 1st, I would make a list. And y'all gotta forgive me because I'm gonna cough. I'm like getting over this flu. I left the old year with the flu. I entered the new year with the flu. But I just take it as that bad energy leaving, right? So anyway, there's a lot of ways to learn songs, all right? There is no one size fits all. For me, y'all know I started with the music that I loved and I let that guide me. Now, again, I'm not saying that's where you stop. I'm saying that's where you start. All right? Don't let nobody tell you that I said something different than that. I'm not saying that's where you stop. I'm saying that's where you start. You dig? Now, I went on to get it. You know, I spent 6 years in a theater pit. I've been playing in clubs and stuff since I was a teenager. You know, I played orchestral music for a long time. I was a teacher in the schools for 11 years. I was a tech integration coach. You know, I've done a lot of stuff. I'm not, you know, just a bass player. So, but it all started with like, man, what do I want to play? So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And you know what's above your rank, right? You can work up to that. There's songs that I play now that I'm like, man, I remember what a challenge that was in the beginning. And now, you know, I play that. If I'm, you know, I do the James Jamerson, I could be and play that. You know what I mean? So anyway, once you learn a song and you can play a song, then cool. Then what, right? Then you got to evaluate, right? You got to stop and ask yourself certain things. What actually sounds good? What is sounding good, right? You got to ask yourself all those things. You got to seek out feedback, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? That's where evaluation matters, okay? Let me see what my man says down here. Play the song. Yeah, you got to play the songs that that inspire you to the instrument. That's one of the first things I ask anybody. I don't teach a ton of private lessons, and it's not because I'm all that or, you know, whatever, but I don't love teaching private lessons the way that I used to have like a string. That's just because I got other things that I want to do, and the energy kind of will drive me down a little bit. Now, don't let that turn you off. I'm just honest about that, right? It's hard to explain. It's different for me now than it was before, right? When I would be teaching back to 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 back, and then I got to turn around and like playing YouTube videos and blah blah blah, and I started doing a lot of talking and shit like that. And so, you know what I'm saying? Tiny saying the slowdowner. Girly Girl Locks, what's up? Happy New Year. Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with slowing stuff down. We got technology and stuff now, right? So, I will say, though, that if you're a Groove School member, I can give you guidance and evaluation there. You know, if you want to that's where you get that private feedback from me. I was saying, and there's like saying, ain't no hard sell. There's a 7-day free trial, and the link is below. Excuse me. I don't think that there's a one size fits all. I really, really don't believe that there's a one size fits all. And that's why I don't have like everybody's going to come to me and you're going to get the same thing, right? I don't believe that. Because everybody's going to have a different thing. First thing I'm going to ask you is what do you want to play? And I don't want to hear all this shit about Some of y'all have taken private lessons from me. You know, I drop an F-bomb and an S-bomb. That's just me. I can't be nobody but myself, right? Listen, you ain't gonna come to me with this, oh, I want to play everything under the sun. No, we not doing that. We're gonna pick some things. You're gonna tell me what do you put on when you listen to the radio? Not the radio. Do people listen to the radio anymore? Right? What do you put on? Everything's got something to teach you, right? Everything's got something to teach you. I don't care if it's a rhythmic concept, a harmonic concept, or whatever. But until you find yourself in a place, this is what I suggest. I suggest that you find Tiny says you ain't teaching if you ain't cussing. Man, listen, my grandmother was a cusser. Both of them. I mean, I'm not egregious with it, but you know, that's just me. Listen, I'm sincere. I suggest, excuse me, I suggest that you find as many opportunities that you could play the bass guitar in context. And in context might mean playing with other people, or it might mean getting yourself something like Songmaster Pro and playing along to your favorite records. But I know this. Some of the same faces I'm seeing all the time, and I know that you folks are, you like me. You know, I turned 55 last year, right? Man, there's some shit I ain't got time to learn. I don't even want to learn. I got to ask myself why. You understand what I'm saying? Why? I'll give you another example. I am a tech nerd. Okay? I call myself a tech nerd because that's the only word that I have. I like gadgets and gadgets. I'm fascinated with AI, and I've been fascinated with doing AI video. And I got me some, you know, I'm fooling around with Higgs field and 11 labs and all that shit, right? And you know, that stuff costs money. You know, credits and subscriptions, all that costs money. So every time you try something, you're spending money. And I'm like, yo, everything's got to start with a why. Everything's got to start with intention. Why do I want to play? What do I want to play? What do I want to play? Check this out. I'm going to give y'all something. I ain't going to be on here all night. But I'm going to give y'all a little something, right? You know I got this framework. Can you play it? Can you hear it? Can you see it? Can you explain it? What does that mean? I haven't played bass in 4-5 days, right? And if there's something that I want to play, can I just pick up my instrument and play it? Or if I was practicing something, can I play it multiple times without making egregious mistakes where I had to stop, start over, rethink? Can I play it? Right? Can I hear it? Can I hear when I've played a note out of context? Can I play it? Can I hear it? Right? That means, can I play what I'm trying to play with some intentionality? Can I see it? Can I see it in my mind's eye? Even if the bass is not around me, you know, some of y'all saw the clip, and I find myself in these situations all the time. Hey man, this gig, these people, you know, it ain't always people you don't know, but it's like, ain't no set list, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? But somebody might say, well, you know what? And I say, oh, you know, right? Can I see it? Can I hear it? Can I explain it then? Right? Can I explain it then? You dig? What does that mean? It doesn't mean that I have to get inside all of the super duper theory and all that. But again, not a hard sell. Not a hard sell for you. But you could try Groove School. It's linked below. It's a little different from it's me. It's me. So it's like okay, girly girl locks. I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back to that comment. That comment is good. I'm coming back to that comment. So damn it, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, it's me, right? And you get the feeling that you kicking it with me. And that's what I want. It's not always about let me just say that this is not, I don't play that game. I'm not throwing nothing at nobody else. Everybody's doing what they doing. But, a triad is a triad. Or arpeggio is how many times you watch the same shit over? Like I was saying earlier again, I saw a guy on YouTube last year, and his content was dope. And I saw him last year, but like the quality of his content, like his filming methods and all that, dude looked like he was still filming in like 2010. But his content was dope. And so like we're all, so he just, it's like, and I can't remember his name, but I appreciate that he was so authentic and it was so real. It was just like, you want the information? Come get the information. Don't worry about what it looked like. You know what I mean? So, like sometimes I want to, are you here to be entertained? You just want to kick it with me? That's cool. I like you here. Come kick it with me. But I want to help you play better. Excuse me. Getting over the flu. This shit's kicking my behind. So Girly Girl Lock says, I'm learning to play Sade. Now I'm going to challenge you. What Sade? Sade got a whole lot of tunes. Which Sade? And you say Ring, Ring, Ring by Tyler, the Creator. More complex Jared Lawson's music. So what I would do is pick one. And then come get with me, right? And then start seeing what is this stuff made out of. Listen, do you understand that there are only 26 letters in the English alphabet, yet every word that we speak comes out of them? Why am I saying that? Because there are only 12 notes. And we can get philosophical and say they're 15 key, 30 keys, all that. Man, look, that shit is finite, right? And also, okay, let me give y'all a chord progression. I'll give you a chord progression right now. I'm going to start on the note A. I'm going to go A, F sharp, D, E, A, F sharp, D, E. You just learned 100 songs in the rock genre using a 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progression. Is that all you need to know? Absolutely not. Is it a starting place? Could you sit down with your friends around the campfire and say, hey man, we're going to play every breath, excuse me. Is every breath you take a 1, 6? Watching you. Man, we're going to play every breath you take, but we're going to play it in the key of G. Oh, okay. Can I play it? 1, can I physically play it? Can I see that in my... Ooh, look, G. Can I hear it? Can I hear when those chords change? Oh, can't you see? So you see how I was like, what does it go to? Oh, can't you see? Which is, then I learned, oh shit, you know what? Most songs, pop songs particularly, when there's a change, it goes from the 1 to the 4. Oh shit. You learn, you understand what I'm saying? Then you find out that's how the sausage is made. That's a simple example. Then you start finding all these all these connections between songs. Listen, I ain't gonna stay on here, and this cough is starting to get back at me. But I truly believe that it ain't rocket science, it's pocket science. You know, I've said it a million times. I don't know not one bass player that has cured a disease. All right? Everything, this is learnable. It's doable. And so what I would do if I were you, whether you come over to Groove School or not, I would like to see you over at Groove School, right? We get a more direct connection over at Groove School. Learn songs. Take what gets measured gets done. So make you a little inventory of songs. So Girly Girlock said, "Keep looking." I'm not familiar with this song, and I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm gonna go to YouTube real fast, and I'm gonna type in "Keep Looking" Sade. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to play the whole thing, but what I recall is back in the days when I was a kid, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I can never say that without singing that. Anyway, but back in the days, how much shit did I learn back in the days? And I was like, excuse me, I could play it. I could play it and I can hear it. If I can hear. If I played that, I know that's wrong. If I played that, I can hear that that's wrong. I can see the pattern. But now, that's an E minor pentatonic. Connecting that, I know shit. If it's an E minor, then G major probably got something to do with it as well. Can I get recover? You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, learn some songs. And that's an ostinato. That's an ostinato groove, an ostinato. It's a repeating motif, right? That's the bedrock of that tune. You know what I mean? But all this stuff is connected. If you learn if you like funk music, G major, E minor, You know, and I'm not, God dog it, I'm not saying that's where you stop. I'm saying that's where you start. These are little signposts that open the door of understand. They did for me. They opened the door for me. Okay, they opened the door for me when I was like, oh shit, that there's a connection there. Like the kids used to say, there's a connection there. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I learned things like, oh, a minor could be a 2, a 3, or a 6. Oh, Michelle, what's happening? You understand what I'm saying? Little bits of connection. And not that you have to be thinking about that all the time. You just, when I do my hands like that, is something happening on the screen? Because my little program is like giving me all these notifications. Anyway, that's what I would do. I would learn songs. I hope to see you at Groove School. If I don't, that's cool. But if you want to get a direct connection to me and see the stuff that I do not put on YouTube, then you gotta come meet me over at the Groove School. It is linked in the description of this video, and I'll put it in the chat as well. Let me see if I can spell. I could spell. It's over there as well. Once again, man, I want to give another shout to my man Ricky Wyatt. I just broke my heart. Broke my heart to hear that he was. I knew he wasn't doing that great, but we talked often. Got one email saying that he was in hospice, and 2 days later he was gone. But this is one of the day one bass heads. I'm talking day one, 2006. 2006, man. Ricky Wyatt, rest in purple peace, my brother. Save us all a seat on the mothership, baby. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop. Come and let me ride. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. As always, it ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. Peace.